Thrill seekers and lovers of the bizarre, ready to dial into danger? Tonight I'm taking you on a terrifying journey through 10 haunted phone numbers you should never call that are whispered about in the hushed tones across the internet. Whatever you do, do not call these numbers. The Devils Hotline. Known as the Devils Hotline, this eerie number gained attention for chilling reasons. Callers claim to hear deep growling, disembodied whispers in what sounds like distant, sinister breathing. One man said a voice on the other end told him, "You're mine now," before the call cut off. Afterward, he began experiencing sleep paralysis and seeing shadowy figures in his room. What's more disturbing is that several people report similar attachments after dialing it. The number was linked to an alternative reality game by 9 Inch Nails in the 2000s, but many believe something real latched on. Paranormal forums are littered with warnings. It might have started as fiction, but the stories people share are far from playful. Even skeptics say the experience left them rattled. Sometimes the line doesn't even ring, it just connects immediately. That's when things get terrifying. Japan's death number. In Japan, the number 090-4444-4444 is often referred to as the Sadako number, linked to the spirit from the ring. The digit 4 is pronounced shi, which also means death in Japanese, so 4 fours is basically a death sentence. Legend has it that if you call, you'll hear a voice crying or screaming in agony, followed by total silence. A few callers said they were cursed after the call. One woman's phone wouldn't stop ringing at 4:44 a.m. every night. She eventually had to change her number. It's believed this number once belonged to a test line for a telecom company, but urban legends gave it an entirely new life. Some teenagers filmed themselves calling it as part of a challenge, and 2 weeks later, one reportedly went missing. Many say it's a direct line to the other side, or worse, a trap. Today, the number is deactivated, or is it? The Phantom number. This number is infamous among those who've received calls from it, calls from the dead. Some claim it's used by spirits to reach out to the living, especially during times of grief. Others say a robotic voice warns, this is your final notice before the line disconnects. And some unlucky few have claimed to hear the voice of deceased relatives crying out. The number can't be called, it only calls you. And when it does, it usually happens in the middle of the night. Online forums are filled with chilling screenshots and voicemail recordings. Some speculate it's a ghostly glitch in telecom systems. But believers say it's a spiritual gateway, so if your phone ever shows this number, you might want to let it go to voicemail. The number of the beast. Ah yes, the legendary 666-666-6666. Urban legends say that it's a direct line to the devil himself. People who have called it report shrill screaming, chanting, and cryptic messages like, "He sees you." One teenager claimed he was followed by a man in black just hours after calling. While the number has been dismissed as fake or spam related by some, the sheer volume of disturbing encounters says otherwise. Many Reddit users say their phones acted strangely after the call, apps crashing, camera activating on its own, and unexplained voices in recordings. The line is almost always silent for the first few seconds, then chaos. Others get cursed voicemails that they can't delete. Even if you're not superstitious, this is one number that you don't want to mess with. You're literally dialing the number of the beast. Bulgaria's cursed line. Bulgaria's most feared phone number has an alarming body count. At least 3 high-profile businessmen who owned this number reportedly died in strange and sudden ways. One was gunned down, another died of cancer, and the third just dropped dead in his car. After these events, the telecom provider suspended the number permanently. Conspiracy theorists believe that the number itself is cursed, possibly due to numerological patterns. Locals refuse to dial it even out of curiosity. There's even a superstition that seeing the number pop up brings death to someone that you know. The mobile company insists it's just coincidence, but 3 deaths linked to the same number? That's more than enough to make anyone suspicious. Some urban explorers even tried to trace who had it last, but they went dark online afterward. The wish that Thailand's 999-9999 is a number you're supposed to call if you want your wish granted, but there's a catch. According to legend, your wish will come true, then you'll die. It's like making a deal with a supernatural trickster. The legend gained traction after a Thai horror movie used it as a plot device, but some say the origins go back much farther. A viral challenge had teens dialing the number to test the myth, and one posted that her brother broke his leg the same night. While there's no proof that the number still works, many locals treat it with deadly seriousness. Parental warnings even went out at Thai schools, telling kids not to attempt it. Is it a curse, a coincidence, or chilling blend of both? One thing's certain, wishes always come with a price. The Death Opera. When you call this number, you're greeted by a man reciting a French aria from the opera Carmen. Sounds harmless, right? Well, not quite. The legend says that hearing this tune curses the listener with bad luck, or even death within 24 hours. Some claim they saw shadows in their home at night. Others say they began receiving anonymous texts afterwards, texts that couldn't be traced. Paranormal enthusiasts believe the number is a spiritual trigger, unlocking a doorway to something malevolent. Even skeptics admit they felt sick or uneasy after the call. The number has gained traction in the creepypasta community, further blending fact and fiction. If you ever decide to call, keep the lights on, and maybe don't sleep alone. The Red Room Callback. This number supposedly connects you to the infamous Red Room, an internet legend about a cursed site that tracks and kills those who visit it. People claim that when they called, they heard distorted crying, typing, and what sounded like metal dragging across a floor. The legend says if you stay on the line long enough, you'll receive a link to the Red Room via text or email. Some report being watched after calling, webcams activating on their own, and strange knocks at the door. The number was featured in deep web horror stories as early as 2013. While it's likely part of an elaborate ARG or hoax, that hasn't stopped terrified users from swearing it felt all too real. Could it be fiction made manifest, or are we brushing against something dark hiding in our tech? Red Room Part 2. This number is almost always mentioned alongside the previous one and is often considered the sister number to the Red Room legend. Calling it reportedly triggers a loop of mechanical sounds, screaming, or gibberish. One man claimed he blacked out during the call and woke up with scratches he couldn't explain. Some believe it's linked to a hacked server once used by a dark web cult. The number has been shared on TikTok horror channels, with creators warning followers to never call it alone. Others say it was originally a promotional stunt that took on a life of its own. Whether it's an urban legend or a remnant of something much darker, this number continues to fascinate and terrify those who seek it out. One user said, "It answered, and I wish it hadn't." The Doll That Follows. This number is tied to one of the most bone-chilling stories online, the haunted doll that wants to be free. Callers report hearing a childlike voice pleading, "Please let me out." Afterward, they begin experiencing doll-related phenomena, toys moving on its own, knocks under the bed, or cold spots in rooms. Some even claim their dreams were haunted by a little girl holding a cracked porcelain face. The origin of the number is completely unknown. However, it's widely believed to be part of a cursed ARG that went way too far. The legend says if you don't block the number after calling, it will call you back at 3:33 a.m. And that's when things really begin. So if you believe in haunted objects, this one's digital and disturbingly persistent. So the question is, would you dare to call any of these? Drop a comment if you've tried, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the mysterious and morbid. And remember, curiosity's powerful, but some calls should never be answered.